Welcome to Sleep Stories with Rosie. My name is Rosie Day, and I've created this channel to bring you soothing sleep stories inspired by beautiful places around the world. I release new videos regularly, so subscribe for a more restful sleep every night, and let me know in the comments where you'd like us to travel to next. In tonight's story, we visit Switzerland to the Swiss Alps. The Swiss Alps, one of 7 European countries to call the Alps home, is, many would argue, the most iconic range. It stretches across the south of Switzerland, creating an awe-inspiring landscape with peaks that piece the heavens, valleys that cradle ancient traditions, and a beauty that remains unparalleled. Tonight, you will traverse these peaks, travel between calming meadows, and arrive at a traditional alpine village. Here, you will enjoy the local rest stop of residents and travellers alike, before retiring to a charming bed and breakfast. So, take a deep breath, begin to relax, and look forward to falling easily into a restful sleep. The Swiss Alps, a majestic expanse of towering peaks and verdant valleys, offer some of the most breathtaking landscapes on Earth. Embarking on an alpine walk here is akin to stepping into a living postcard, where every vista seems crafted by the hands of an artist. Your journey begins early. The first glare of sunshine takes hold of the day, casting bright and golden saturations upon the snow-capped peaks. You start your walk on a well-trodden forest path, its surface softened by a blanket of pine needles shed by the towering trees that flank either side. You look up and cast your eyes upon the towering mountains that surround you. The staggering height of the peaks, many rising over 4,000 meters, are cloaked in shimmering blankets of snow and ice. They juxtapose brilliantly against the clear skies beyond. The air is crisp and invigorating, filled with the scent of pine and the distant echoes of mountain streams. A gentle breeze rustles the branches above, showering you with a light, fragrant rain of needles and leaves. As the forest gradually thins out, you find yourself at the edge of a vast alpine meadow. It's a sea of colours, wildflowers in bloom of yellow, purple and red, spread out as far as the eye can see. The meadow is alive with activity. Butterflies dance from flower to flower. Birds sing harmoniously from hidden perches, and in the distance, you spot a herd of cows grazing peacefully. It's not uncommon to see herds of cows grazing here, their bells producing a gentle, rhythmic melody that resonates with the spirit of the Alps. Your walk has already made you weary, but you must not rest yet, for there is far to go. Looking back longingly towards the lush grasses of the meadow, you journey on, step by step. Rounding a corner with the meadow behind you, the trail begins to ascend. The decline is gentle at first, but soon becomes steeper, challenging your muscles and your resolve. With every step, the vistas become more awe-inspiring. Meadows give way to rocky outcrops, and patches of snow begin to appear, hinting at the higher altitudes you are reaching. A few hours into your walk, you come across a vantage point that offers an unobstructed view of the mountains. The sight is quite breathtaking. Massive, jagged peaks crowned with snow rise dramatically against the sky. You'd known those snow-capped peaks were home to magnificent glaciers, slow-moving rivers of ice that carve and sculpt the mountainsides. But seeing them for the first time, these glaciers so ancient and grand, you are spellbound by the power with which their blue-white expanses carve their paths down the mountainside, their surfaces glistening in the midday sun. It creates a mesmerizing contrast with the rocky terrains traversed. You take a moment to rest, sipping from a flask of cool water, and you nibble on some Swiss chocolate for energy. There's a profound silence, broken only by the distant cry of an eagle overhead. Revived enough for now, you continue your journey. The path winds around pristine alpine lakes, their surfaces so clear that they reflect the mountain like mirrors. The gentle sound of water from first a babbling brook and later a cascading waterfall becomes your most treasured companion. These water sources serve as a source for many of Europe's major rivers. The pristine lakes of Lake Geneva and Lake Lucerne, just two of thousands supplied with ice water for alpine water flows. By late afternoon, you begin your descent down the ragged mountain path. You feel the soothing coolness of the encroaching evening air. Your muscles, fatigued from the day's long hike, tingle pleasantly in response. Tucked within these mountains are picturesque villages and towns. From your current vantage, you can just about make out the wooden chalets with sloped roofs, laden with a light dusting of snow, and testimony to architectural traditions that have stood the test of time. These settlements serve as gateways for explorers, and you know your reprieve will come soon. Each step takes you closer to this charming Swiss alpine village, nestled in the valley below. The tall, imposing peaks of the Alps seem to cradle the village like a protective hand. Their snowy caps glowing softly in the fading light. Your path winds through another meadow, dotted with wildflowers. their colours muted this time in the afternoon light, yet their fragrances are potent and alluring. The chirping of crickets starts up in the background, their song serving as a gentle reminder of the passing day. Soon, the cobblestone streets of the village come into view. Each building, constructed of timber and stone, stands sturdy and strong, bearing the weights of countless winters and the memories of generations. Small tendrils of smoke rise from the chimneys, hinting at the cosy fires and the warm meals waiting within. Your feet lead you towards the village centre, where a quaint fountain stands. The gentle gurgle of water serves as the village's quiet heartbeat. As you approach, the faint sound of yodeling reaches your ears, drifting from a distance. It's soothing and familiar, a testament to the traditions that have endured in this secluded enclave. Choosing to follow the harmonious sounds, you find yourself outside a warmly lit tavern. Inside, villagers gather around large wooden tables, their laughter and chatter creating an atmosphere of camaraderie and joy. The Swiss tavern is a haven of tranquility. Its facade, made of aged timber and stone, bears the marks of time and local history. Soft tendrils of smoke rise from its moss-covered roof, signalling the cosy warmth that resides within. As you approach its entrance, a muted amber light filters through the windows, casting a gentle glow upon the cobblestone path ahead of you. The heavy wooden door, worn smooth from years of use, creaks slightly as you push it open, revealing the heart of the tavern. On impulse, you step inside. The warmth from the hearth immediately envelops you, driving away the evening's chill. A friendly waiter, her cheeks rosy from the heat of the fireplace, guides you towards a vacant seat at the bar. The tavern surrounded by breathtaking views of the mountains. Inside, the atmosphere is subdued but jolly. Low wooden beams crisscross the ceiling, and walls adorned with faded paintings of alpine landscapes add a touch of regional nostalgia. Rustic chandeliers, made of antlers and adorned with flickering candles, provide a soft, warm light that dances gently across the room, casting shifting shadows and creating an atmosphere of deep relaxation. The large, crackling fireplace dominates one end of the room. Comfortable chairs and well-loved couches are arranged around it, inviting patrons to sink into their depths and lose themselves in the mesmerizing play of flames. The air is infused with the soothing scent of burning wood, mingled with faint notes of alpine herbs and aged wine. To the side, a long wooden bar runs the length of the room. Behind it, where you now sit, shelves are filled with colourful bottles of local specialties that promise a taste of the region's finest. The bartender, moving with unhurried grace, carefully pours drinks for the patrons sat around you, each of their gestures deliberate and soothing. You order a cup of cocoa, which the bartender tentatively pours from a steaming urn at the edge of the bar. In the far corner, you see a couple of villagers engaged in hushed conversation, their voices barely more than a whisper, creating a gentle background hum. You hear the occasional clink of glasses and the soft rustle of turning pages from someone reading a well-worn book. It's a place where the weary traveller or the village local can find solace, wrapped in the comfort of tradition and the gentle rhythm of alpine life. Small nooks and alcoves lined with cushioned benches offer private retreats for those seeking solitude. Here, in one of those nooks, is where you choose to settle, atop a soft blanket. You bring your cup of steaming hot cocoa to your lips, its aroma rich and inviting. The rich chocolatey notes are both deep and sweet. Undertones of roasted cocoa beans meld seamlessly with the richness of the fresh milk. As you wrap your hands around the mug, allowing the warmth to seep into your fingers, such relief they feel from the cold they've experienced today outside the comfort of this tavern. The villagers, noticing a newcomer, nod in your direction, their gestures welcoming. The elderly yodeler ceases his song momentarily, his blue eyes twinkling with mischief, and begins a tune dedicated to travellers and wanderers. The rest of the tavern joins in, their voices blending perfectly, creating a mesmerizing melody that speaks of adventure and homecomings. You feel you have stumbled upon a gemstone of this rest stop reprieve, one that makes this day alpine hike truly picture perfect. You stay a while, relaxing into your seat and feeling comfortable among the locals. As the evening deepens, the atmosphere in the tavern becomes yet more tranquil. Conversations transition from quiet, animated accounts of days to whispered tales of old. You listen, captivated, as stories of brave mountaineers, mysterious snow spirits, and ancient alpine traditions fill the air. Feeling the gentle tug of weariness, you decide to find a place to rest. Stepping outside of the tavern once more, the air is chilled now. A darkness blankets the Alps, and the sky is transformed into a vast canvas of twinkling stars. The Milky Way paints a bright streak across the heavens, hazy, but most definitely there. The cool air, the shimmering night sky, and the silhouettes of the mountains combine to create a magical experience and atmosphere. Just a few buildings away, a signboard for a bed and breakfast swings lightly in the breeze. The hotel stands as a seamless continuation of the charm and warmth of the Swiss village. The two-story structure, built from weathered timber, is adorned with intricately carved shutters. The wooden eaves are dotted with baskets of cascading alpine flowers, their vibrant colours contrasting beautifully with the earthy tones of the building. You take the cobblestone street down the hill towards it. As you approach, the scent of fresh pine, mixed with a hint of chimney smoke, fills the air. The ornate hand-painted sign swings gently in the breeze, bearing the name of this establishment in elegant script, accompanied by a depiction of the surrounding mountains. Inside, the bed and breakfast is the epitome of coziness. Low wooden beams, similar in style to the tavern, run across the ceilings. And as you glance to every nook and cranny, you imagine the stories they each may hold. Vintage rugs, you imagine hand-woven by village artisans, cover creaking hardwood floors, their patterns a myriad of traditional Swiss motifs. The innkeeper, a kind-faced woman with streaks of silver in her hair, greets you warmly. She guides you into the main lounge, a welcoming space, adorned with comfortable couches and armchairs upholstered in rich fabrics. A stoned fireplace occupies pride of place, with a crackling fire burning, providing warmth and a soft amber glow. Nearby, a wooden bookshelf holds a collection of books, many detailing the history and legends of the region, others simply left behind by travellers passing through. She leads you up a rickety staircase to a room on the upper floor. The room is simple yet cosy, with wooden beams supporting the ceiling. A wooden framed window, left slightly ajar, looks out towards the village rooftop and the snow-capped mountains beyond, now all bathed in the silver glow of the moon. A plush bed with handmade quilt promises a restful night's sleep. More quilts are piled nearby on a simple caned chair, all blankets embroidered with mountain and floral designs, and all available should you wish to cuddle in against the alpine breeze. That now familiar scent of pine and wildflowers wafts in, mingling with the faint aroma of freshly baked bread from the inn's kitchen below, beckoning you towards the morning with a promise of a delicious breakfast. Climbing into bed, you pull the soft blankets around you. The events of the day, the hike, the beauty of the mountains and the warmth of the village play in your mind like a gentle lullaby. The rhythmic heartbeat of the village, with distant murmur of conversation, and the occasional soft yodel, serve as a soothing backdrop to your thoughts. With each breath, you feel more and more relaxed, sinking deeper into the comfort of the bed. In this tranquil Swiss village, embraced by the mighty Alps, the weight of your eyelids becomes irresistible, and as the sound of the village lulls you, you begin to drift into a peaceful, restorative sleep. And as the night deepens, You are cradled in the gentle arms of the mountains, protected and cherished, dreaming of alpine meadows and snow-capped peaks. That's all for now. Thank you for listening to tonight's episode. We release videos regularly, so subscribe to never miss a restful night's sleep. I'll see you back here tomorrow night for another sleep story.